If you've been thinking about buying or selling a home in Las Vegas right now, but think something just feels a little off, you're actually not alone. Buyers are second guessing almost every move right now, and sellers are frustrated because their homes aren't moving the way they expected. And homes that probably would have almost immediately sold a couple years ago, they're now sitting longer than people thought they actually would. Honestly, I think a lot of people are struggling to understand what's actually happening in the Las Vegas real estate market. So in this video, I want to have a very real conversation with you about what I'm personally seeing in today's market as a Las Vegas realtor, what buyers and sellers need to understand moving into summer, and why strategy matters more now than it has in years. Hi, I'm Allison Hammonds with Realty One Group here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I work with buyers, sellers, first-time home buyers, and relocators moving into the Las Vegas area. And my goal with this channel is to keep things honest, helpful, and realistic when it comes to real estate and what's happening in our market. And if you're considering buying, selling, relocating, or just trying to figure out what the smartest move is right now for you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and follow along because the market is changing quickly and strategy truly matters right now. So let's talk about what's actually happening. The Las Vegas housing market has changed. That does not mean the market is crashing, and it doesn't mean there's no opportunity. But what it does mean is buyers and sellers can no longer approach this market with the same expectations they had a few years ago. I'm talking to buyers every single week who genuinely want to purchase a home, but they're nervous right now. They're scared of making the wrong move, worried about timing, and constantly wondering if they should wait things out a little longer. And honestly, I understand why, especially for first-time buyers. This feels like a huge decision right now. Between interest rates, monthly payments, and uncertainty in the economy, people are being much more cautious before making a move. So what ends up happening? They wait longer, they compare more homes, they become more selective, and they move slower. That hesitation is affecting the entire Las Vegas housing market right now. Now, on the seller side, I think a lot of homeowners are frustrated because they're expecting the same kind of activity we were seeing a couple years ago. And that just is not the market we are in anymore. Buyers have options now. In many Las Vegas communities, especially with newer two-story homes in HOA neighborhoods, buyers are sitting there scrolling through home after home after home. And honestly, a lot of them start blending together. Same floor plans, same layouts, same upgrades, same size lots, same communities. And when buyers feel like they have endless opportunities or options, they stop rushing. That's one of the biggest shifts I'm seeing right now in Las Vegas real estate. Homes are not automatically standing out anymore just because they hit the market. You really have to approach this market differently. Pricing matters, presentation matters, marketing matters, and strategy matters. Buyers can feel when a home is overpriced or when a listing isn't positioned correctly. Now, with all of that said, some homes are still selling pretty quickly, but the homes getting attention right now are typically falling into one of a few categories. Either they're priced extremely well, they offer something unique, they're in a highly desirable location, or they create an emotional reaction for buyers. The homes stand out are winning right now. And the homes that feel interchangeable with the five others nearby, those are the ones sitting longer unless the pricing and strategy is adjusted correctly. You can't just throw a home on the market anymore and expect buyers to immediately fall in love with it. This market is requiring a lot more thought, preparation, and realism than people are used to. I think one of the biggest mistakes happening right now is unrealistic expectations on both sides. Some buyers are waiting for the perfect moment to buy, but the reality is there may never be a moment where everything feels perfect again. And then on the other side, some sellers are pricing emotionally based on what their neighbors sold for 2 years ago instead of what today's buyers are actually willing to pay. And meanwhile, the market itself is sitting somewhere right in that middle. That's why I keep saying this market is less about hype right now and more about your strategy. The opportunities are still there, like I said. People are still buying homes in Las Vegas. People are still selling homes in Las Vegas. People are still relocating here every single day. But the people having the best experience in today's market are usually the ones who are realistic, prepared, flexible, and informed. So what does this mean moving into the rest of 2026? I think buyers need to stop trying to perfectly time the market and instead focus on whether the timing is right for their life personally. And I believe sellers need to understand that today's buyers are more cautious, more analytical, and more selective than they've been in past years. That does not mean your home cannot sell. It just means your strategy has to match today's market conditions. This is where having the right realtor really matters, because this market is not as simple as it used to be. Not somebody who simply tells you what you want to hear, but somebody who's actually paying attention to buyer behavior, inventory trends, pricing psychology, marketing strategy, and what's happening locally here in Vegas. Now, if you've been thinking about buying, selling, or relocating to Las Vegas, but you've been on the fence, I hope this video helped give you a more honest look at what's actually happening in today's market. And if you have questions about your specific situation, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to have a real conversation about your goals and what makes sense for you in today's market. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Share it with somebody else who may be trying to understand what's happening in Las Vegas real estate right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. God bless.